Hello everyone, this is Razvan, the author of the Penmania blog. Today I would like to show you another fountain pen from my personal collection. This time it is a KAWECO fountain pen. More precisely, this is the KAWECO Dia 2 fountain pen. The pen comes in a box. This is the box. The box is protected by a cardboard sleeve, the standard cardboard sleeve. If you have KAWECO fountain pens, then you know this is the standard packaging. We have the KAWECO logo, their motto, which I like, license to write, Germany since 1883, their graphical logo, address, and that's pretty much it. And then we have the box itself. We don't have a metal box like for the other fountain pens that are produced by KAWECO, mainly the sport line. This is artificial leather. It's quite okay. I think it's elegant, simple. There is this button, you press it, and then the box is open. And the pen comes in a plastic sleeve. It has two cartridges in it. We have a sticker with KAWECO, and this is the warranty info, some information about the company, etc. We have again the logo, and in here the so-called pen bed with a soft material in here to protect it from shocks. So elegant and simple packaging, very useful, especially if you want to give this fountain pen as a gift to someone close. Here is the fountain pen. This is the silver trim version. There is also a gold trim version where all the metal parts have a gold finish. From the two, actually I like both of them, but in my personal collection I have this one with the silver trim. This is one of the lesser known fountain pens from KAWECO, and I think it's a shame because first I like it very much, and I think it deserves a lot more attention than it gets. While it's not a pocket pen like the sport range for which KAWECO is known, with the fountain pen enthusiasts, this is still a very good pen to be, used in the shirt pocket, in a straight jacket, etc. So in a jacket, etc. So this is still very usable from this perspective. I like a lot the design. Sorry, it's a classic design. They mentioned this is a design from the 1930s, Germany, from the old KAWECO lineup, and they brought it to life with modern materials, and I think this is quite fine. I think for the price, this fountain pen offers a lot, both in terms of appearance, design, but also in the quality of the materials they've used, and the way the fountain pen feels when you use it and in the hand. Yeah. Okay, so let's see the main components of the design. We have the cap, where we have this KAWECO classic clip, which I like a lot as well. It has very nice shape. It has also the arrow symbol. This is an arrow, a split arrow, and then we have the KAWECO engraved. On the back side of the cap we have the name of the pen, KAWECO Dia, and then Germany. The clip itself, it's stiff, but it is usable, and it is good that it is stiff. Again, you can use it in a jacket or in a shirt pocket without a problem. You will be certain that the fountain pen will not slip because of a weak clip. Yeah, so this is a good thing. We have a double ring here. Again, simple, elegant, classic design, metal ring. And of course we have the finial of the cap, which is the KAWECO logo engraved. Most likely I would say it's metal, some kind of metal, maybe aluminium. I don't know, I'm not certain. And we also have here, I don't know if my camera will pick it up, there is a ring of grooves, interesting grooves that have been created in the material. By the way, this is acrylic combined with brass, combined with a brass structure and solid plastic for the cap in the interior, so that you know. So this is or the so-called precious resin with a piano finish, yeah, with lacquered on it, and then we have brass as well in the interior. So very good finish, excellent finish actually, I would say, classy and elegant. Okay, let's continue with the body. It's the classic shape. As you can see, it ends also with another silver ring, and again we have these grooves as the same as the cap, and then we have again the KAWECO logo. Okay, the fountain pen is a screw on cap, so we need to unscrew it, and it requires one turn to unscrew. So it is suitable for quick notes without a problem. The section is ergonomic, as you can see. We have an hourglass shaped section. We have again two metal rings, one here between the section and the main barrel, and another one in the front of the section. And then we have the standard, I would say, let's say number 4 nib that KAWECO uses in a lot of their fountain pens with the standard feed, the KAWECO feed. And this is the a fine nib in steel that I have right now. Let me show you the interior. So we have metal in here. We also have metal in here, brass, as you can see. So the barrel is enforced with additional layers of at least in this part it is an internal ring made out of brass, which is a good thing. We also have a small ring in here, probably made out of rubber or silicone, I don't know. I think it has two main purposes. One, to make sure this will not force against the metal section, and the second one would be to isolate, to protect against ink evaporation from the converter. Now the fountain pen doesn't come with a converter. This is one of my converters. It is a Schmidt K5 standard converter, which this pen, as you can see, can accommodate without a problem. The pen comes with, like you saw in the package, with two short cartridges. From my perspective, I think this is the only thing that I would say, not necessarily negative, but I wish KAWECO would include a standard converter with this fountain pen, that's all. But anyway, so I'm using a Schmidt converter, it works fine. What there is also special about this fountain pen is that, and I cannot show you, I don't have a strong LED light to show you, at the end of the barrel there is a spring in the interior. So that spring is designed or was put in place in there in case you're gonna use two short cartridges. So you have one in the section and another one behind it, and then that spring will push the second cartridge so that it won't make noise when you move the fountain pen, when you write with it. I saw in the internet that some people had issues with using a converter and this internal spring. I don't have any type of issues. Issues like, you know, when they unscrew the barrel, the converter comes out or remains in the barrel trapped by that spring. I don't have this type of issues, as you can see. So at least with the Schmidt converter, and in my case, this is not an issue. Again, excellent quality materials, excellent finish, not one issue. Very nice design, you know, not in the face design. This is a more business-like looking like fountain pen. In terms of size, I would compare this with the M400 from the Pelikan Sovereign line. Yeah, that would be it. Nevertheless, it is comfortable. It can be used without the cap, as you can see, at least for my hand, without an issue. You can also use it in multiple positions. So, you know, higher, lower, depends on your taste, depends on your habit. The cap can be posted, and it can be posted securely. Yeah, it won't fall off. And it doesn't add a lot to the weight. If I remember correctly, the fountain pen without the cap, it's around 20 grams in terms of the weight. And this one, it's 11 or 12 grams, the cap. So, I mean, you can feel it, but at least for me, it's not a problem to write with the cap on. So, maybe for you this would be a problem or not, but for me, it doesn't bother me. Because of the section, because of the way the fountain pen feels, and because of the excellent nib, this fountain pen is also suitable for long writing sessions without a problem. I also want to mention that the cap has an inner cap, which is very good, you know, combined with these excellent grooves on the barrel. It protects against ink starvation. So I left this fountain pen unused for several weeks. I've just you know, opened it and it wrote each time. And also I've observed the evaporation of the ink in the converter. It was very, very slow. So excellent protection against ink starvation, and this will you know, will ensure a long usage from this perspective if you don't need to use it on a daily basis. What else? The nib. Now, there are issues, and I had issues in the past with the nibs from KAWECO, especially those on the KAWECO Sports line, in terms of consistency. Back in the past, I knew that the nibs were produced by Bock in Germany. I don't know if this is still the case for today, but there are issues with the nibs. So I used mainly medium nibs. Either they had you know, baby's bottom issues or flow issues. They were too dry, you know. So out of, let's say, 4 nibs, at least two of them had issues. In the case of the Dia 2, I didn't have any type of issue, and I have 2 nibs for it I bought it with an F nib, with a fine nib, and I also bought a separate M medium nib, but I like the fine nib better than the medium nib. And I've also sold 5 Dia2s via my Romanian pen shop with the fine nib. All the nibs were excellent because I've tested out, because I didn't want my customers to get a faulty nib. So I've tested all of them, and the fine nib was excellent. No issues with the flow, no baby's bottom, no scratchiness. I think it's an excellent steel nib, and it does the job very well. So I'm very pleased, and that's the reason why with this model, I have my personal model, I have the fine steel nib on it. One cool thing about this pen is how easy you can change the nib. So the nib unit can be unscrewed of the section like that. Very easy. And this means that you can of course replace the nib with any type of size that you would like, and also means that you can use one of the KAWECO's gold nibs, 14 karat gold nibs that they have, which combined with the initial price of this pen results a very good fountain pen with a gold nib for the money, in my opinion. And this is what I've done with several of my customers. In the writing sample, I will show you both the fine nib, how it behaves, and the gold nib. I have a medium gold nib that I'm testing out, and you're gonna see how this will gonna write. Okay, one last thing before I go. I have in my collection, let's say a vintage. It's not necessarily a vintage. This is a standard Parker Duofold from 2000s era. Let's say like that, 2000, 2001. And it strike me the resemblance between the two fountain pens, as you can see. They are very much alike. From a design perspective, the only difference being the nib. On this one we have, I would say, a number 6 nib, or number 5, no, number 6, 18 karat gold nib. This one is the number 4 from KAWECO. Now a lot of people, I saw that, not a lot of people, so the people that have tested out the Dia2 are complaining about the smaller nib. For me, this is not a weak point. I'm not bothered by that. But nevertheless, it's very interesting how you know, the designs are so similar between the two of them. I wanted to point it out. The Dia2 feels more solid than the Duofold. This is lighter, has a lot of acrylic, and that's pretty much it, or a precious resin like they are saying. And here is an M600 from Pelican, the Sovereign line, just to see from a size perspective comparison how the Phantom Pen, the Dia2, looks like. Okay, so it is between M400 and M600 in terms of size. Okay, so I hope this will be useful, the video. I mean, I will record the writing sample in a separate video, like I said, with the fine steel nib and with the medium 14 karat gold nib. And yes, that pretty much it. I like a lot this fountain pen. I totally recommend it. it is a fountain pen that deserves the investment of money. I don't think it's an expensive fountain pen by any stretch. I think it's around 80 euros, maybe 19 euros, depends on the pen shop. So yeah, I think it's a great pen for the money, and yeah, you won't be disappointed. Okay, thank you for watching, and we keep in touch for the writing sample. Goodbye.